Hey everybody, it's Mike and Denise. We're hiking in the woods. It's kind of quiet, and we're gonna do another article, our review and comment on the plant-based news. We got an article for you today, I think on fiber. Is that right?
No, it's
no.
Do vegans live longer than meat eaters?
Oh, this is from Mark Rosen. Okay, this is from my friend Mark Rosen, so thanks, Mark. If you guys have other suggestions for articles for us to read and comment on, please put that below in the comments when you subscribe and like our video, of course. And also go to read my free book, Live to 150 at liveto150.org. Actually, I don't think I need these sunglasses. Yeah, all right, go ahead.
This
All right.
was just published 7 days ago on Live Science. Vegan lifestyles have become more and more popular, but do vegans live longer than meat eaters? Within the past decade, the vegan lifestyle has been heralded as the cure-all for a number of ailments and issues, both on a global and micro scale.
Okay, before we continue, I know this is a short article. In my book, near the end, I have a chapter saying, do not assume that vegans and plant-based people are healthy. Definitely don't. It's almost like word on the street. It's like a rumor that you're going to automatically be healthy or healthier if you adopt a lifestyle where you don't need animal products. And I can tell you that is not true. Absolutely not true. But let's see what this article says. Okay, because you have to be very specific. That's why I have a book with 150 chapters in it. It all depends on how you do it, and you can do anything wrong. And there's a lot of debate on what exactly is a vegan diet anyway, because we all know it's no animal products, no harm to animals, or as little harm as animals as possible. But does that mean it has to be fully organic? That's something that Dr. Will Tuttle talks about too. But go ahead, why don't you read keep reading. We'll see how.
This is going to be very difficult to read without twisting.
Oh my gosh, yeah, look at the rocks we got here. All right,
I'm just gonna have to
bear with us.
slow down to a crawl.
Sure.
So it's been heralded, I can't even find it now, heralded as a cure-all for a number of ailments and issues, both on a global and micro scale. From your gut microbiome to the coral reefs, proponents of a vegan approach can be quick to suggest the narrative that veganism can solve the problem of the moment. That sounds like Mike.
The problem of the moment?
Yeah.
Everything, no matter what it is, we're going to solve it.
But is this true?
That's like ice, ice, baby. Whatever the problem is, I'll solve it, right?
Yeah.
Ice, ice.
But is this true when it comes to the condition
Vanilla ice.
of human aging? Do vegans live longer than meat eaters?
Okay,
No
do that.
diet can promise that to halt the aging process, but there are plenty of lifestyle changes that have been more or less proven to help prevent diseases.
Definitely.
And keep you healthier for
Many
longer.
lifestyle. That's why you have to be so specific. So what does this article say? What's the bottom line here?
When it comes to a vegan diet, it may depend on what sort of foods the diet consists of. One that contains plenty of minimally processed whole foods and vegan sources of protein is likely to be better than processed meat substitutes.
Yes, definitely.
So whether you're vegan or you're just curious about whether or
We
not
almost lost Denise.
to believe the hype, there's hype. We're here.
Don't believe the hype. That's another song,
We're
right?
here to try and get to the bottom of things. A vegan diet is one where you can't eat anything derived from an animal, including meat, dairy, and eggs. While some vegans do eat honey, some choose not to, as it is technically the byproduct of a living creature. There are also plenty of other elements that come into play when considering veganism as a lifestyle, including approaches on byproducts like gelatin, makeup, hygiene products, and plenty more. While veganism is a personal choice and a lifestyle with which everyone has had their own unique relationship, the main tenets center around living a cruelty-free life and eating plant-derived foods. However, this doesn't mean sticking strictly to fruits and vegetables. You can essentially find any food in vegan form, from sushi to the best vegan protein powders to burgers. There are so many ways to be a vegan. What does this mean for health, wellness, and longevity?
Okay, let me also mention it talks about all these different health and lifestyle choices you can make. We're making one right now. We're choosing to make this video while we're walking. And yes, we might die because we're stepping on rocks. But listen how quiet it is. Let's just stop for a second. Stop for a second. You hear how quiet it is?
Yes, it's quiet.
It's super quiet. We're not even in a studio. We're out here in nature. So get out in nature, get your walks in, get your runs in, whatever you do, your hikes. Like we're hiking now, and that's part of a lifestyle choice. You can have a vegan that sits on a lazy boy in front of a screen all day or in their gaming chair or always plugged into the matrix and doesn't move, okay? This stuff is all a factor, and this article is kind of talking about this, and I talk about it in my book too. So let's keep going in the article.
Amid the many claims about the positive impact on plant-based living on human health and nutrition, the idea that vegans live longer on average persists. Brooke Jacob, a registered dietitian and program manager with Christina Care, says vegan diets have been linked to the reduction of risk for multiple chronic health conditions associated with heart disease, type 2 diabetes, certain types of cancer, and obesity. Due to its potential disease prevention links, it's not surprising that vegans may live longer, as following a vegan diet is linked to reduced occurrence of chronic disease. However, more research is needed to definitively conclude that vegans live longer than non-vegans.
Okay, well, first of all, they're not making many conclusions right here, right now. But I have my book. Like I said, I got 150 chapters. I don't think much more research is needed to determine if people who want to follow longevity habits live longer, all right? I think that is an absolute fact. It just depends on how many you want to follow. That's why I got 150 chapters. You can follow 5, you can follow 100, or all 150, okay? You're going to live longer. It's basically going to, it's pure statistics. It's going to, the more of these positive lifestyle factors you do, the greater chance of you having a longer and happier and high quality life. And of course, I talk about in my book, 80% of this is the food. And of course, the food is animal product free. So will vegans live longer? I'd say almost certainly, and it depends on all the factors like this article is saying and how many you do. And just giving up animal products is a positive factor. It's not the only one for the diet, not even close, okay? Just like they alluded to in some of the things they said about no processed foods, and they didn't even talk about no added sugar, oil, and salt. They didn't talk about low percentage of calories and fat. They didn't talk about eating natural fiber. They didn't talk about eating food as grown, right? They didn't talk about those, but those are all factors. And in almost every case, the more of them you do, you're gonna live longer. We gotta get this into the mainstream is what we gotta do.
So my phone stopped loading. I'm down to 1 bar. I can't read the rest of the article, but I already read it, and it says that
I want to connect you.
Vegans can live 9 to 12% longer. Well, if you want to pause that, I can try to get on your hotspot.
Well, let's see. I'm looking at Denise's phone. Sorry, we're out here in nature where there's not much 5G service, right?
Wi-Fi?
You still got it. If you try to reload it, I see you got plenty of service. Yeah, Denise is gonna try to. Let me keep talking while Denise is trying to reload the article. She's got enough service. She's just gotta reload the whole thing. Anyway, so yes, do vegans live longer? Probably. Do they live better? Probably. And it all depends on how you do it. It depends on the specifics. And that's why, like I said, this book that I have is free, okay? I know I keep harping on it all the time, over and over again, but it's free. You don't have to charge. There's no cost. Just go online, watch it. It's in order. When you go to liveto150.org, it's a playlist on our YouTube channel. Everything's in order, all right? Each chapter is a different longevity habit and topic. All right.
Brooke Jacob is a registered dietitian at Christina Care. She holds a Bachelor of Science in Applied Nutrition from the University of Delaware and a Master's in Health Promotion. So that's who we were just quoting.
Masters in Health Promotion.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, and neither did I.
One study from JAMA International Medicine Journal found that vegans have a 9% lower risk of death from all causes compared to omnivores.
Okay, this is important. You and I were talking about this earlier in this article. Almost 10% just because you gave up animal products.
Yeah.
You could be doing it totally wrong, okay?
Yeah.
You could be eating cashew-based fat-laden vegan ice cream and cheese and plant milks, which are junk. Actually, we use them, but even the stuff in the store, some all these added ingredients into it, and you're still here. You're still gonna live 10 years longer.
Yeah,
you could be eating oil. Remember the thing we did on oil?
We just read a study on how bad vegetable oil is for you, and that's one of the main ingredients in Beyond Beef.
Yeah, and you're still gonna live 10 years longer. I'm just saying, you could be doing all that stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, and this doesn't say anything about the other factors of your risk of death, like your mental and emotional status, your exercise patterns, where you live, are you organic.
Our takeaway is that this is ridiculous how much longer and higher quality life you're going to lead if they can just off the cuff tell you almost 10 years like that.
Yeah, 9%. So the other study, they looked at 2 studies. The other study from that same source suggests that it's as much as 12%.
Okay.
However, a study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that although veganism can lower rates of certain chronic diseases, it was inconclusive as to whether or not this translated to an impact on mortality. This doesn't necessarily mean that it's impossible, but it has yet to be proven with further evidence. But to me, you don't need any further evidence.
Well, you do if you're an existing status quo industry like the meat, dairy, and egg and fish industries. You absolutely require that. Otherwise, you're not going to believe anything we're saying here, right?
Right. Any study can be influenced by whoever is sponsoring it. But I think that I have all the proof I need. I don't want to get diabetes, heart disease, or certain types of cancer, especially the ones that we read about that are increased with your dairy intake, like breast cancer.
Yeah,
so
well, breast cancer, not just dairy, but alcohol. That's plant-based, and you can still be drinking alcohol, and you're still going to live 10 years longer, and you still might get cancer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how powerful it is to get rid of the animal products and get rid of the right animal products. Don't eat the wrong foods. You're still going to live, I think, way more than 10% or 10 years longer. Way more. That's why my book's titled Live to 150. Okay, is there any more in that article?
No, that's it.
That's it?
Yep.
So what's the last sentence? What's the conclusion?
More evidence.
More evidence is needed. More.
We've got plenty of studies.
All right, if you have any more studies, evidence, let us know in the comments down below. Any other articles you want us to read. We're trying to keep up with the latest articles, keep you up on what's going on, but it goes back to the basically age-old, timeless principles that I discuss in my book. It's nothing groundbreaking. My book is basically based on my own personal experience and listening to your body, how it reacts to certain things. That's what you really need to know. That's what nobody ever talks about. So, anyway, that's it. Yep. liveto150.org. Thanks for being with us on our walk. Hopefully you're going for a walk. And we'll see you next video. Make sure you like, subscribe. Bye.